Hi, ladies. Whoops. um, I want to show you a look today with Addiction Palette 3. This is a look that a palette that sells so great with my customers. It's actually my most popular palette of customer orders, and it's the only palette that I feel like I haven't really done much with. So I started playing with this tonight. It's a gorgeous kind of pinks and purples, just to kind of show you some shimmer, some matte, really, really pretty. So I have done half of my face, so I'll do the other half using the palette. And so the first thing I'm going to do is take a white liner and color in the inner half of my eyelid as well as underneath my brow. So doing that helps color really, really pop. I really love using this little trick. If you don't have a white eyeliner pencil, this one is the bomb from Younique. It is just so versatile. I use it for so many things. White and black are probably the two that you absolutely must have. And so there's no need to be real perfect here because you're just going to take your fingertip and give it a blend. Just kind of soften that up and blend it so that it doesn't have like any harsh spots of white. I did do some eye primer on my eye too because I really want this to last tonight. So you can do that as well. I used the Younique eye primer. Okay, so you've got that. Now what you're going to do is I've got a sponge tip brush. This is actually our angle shadowed sponge brush. And I am going to come into the color Smitten, which is kind of a really frosty, pretty color. And I'm going to go right over, kind of dabbing and patting on the same spots that I just did that white. Underneath the brow, going right up to where my brow is, and patting that color right on top of that white liner. And then I'm even going to get some of it on the tip and come right into this corner and like the inner corner of my lower lash line. Now you want to be careful here to not go crazy because if that shimmer color starts to rest in any fine lines that you have, it'll just accentuate them. So you could also skip this step if you feel like it's just going to create a hot mess. All right. So once you've got that kind of dabbed on there and it's, you know, the brightness that you want, basically super easy so far. We haven't done anything crazy. You can take the other end, which is an angled shadow brush, and I'm going to come into the color Determined. Okay, and this is actually a matte color because once we've started going super shimmery, we don't necessarily need to keep going shimmery. So this is going to be a balanced look that has shimmer and matte. And so I'm really hitting, there's a bone right there, and that's, you know, the bone that you want to hit, which is technically, it's like your occipital bone, but you really want to hit that, if I'm remembering my anatomy classes right, from back in the day. Okay, and so you're kind of doing almost like an outer C shape with that angled brush. And you just want to make sure that, you know, if you need to do any little like smudges to clean up, I'm also going to take some of that Determined color and just brush a little bit underneath here on the outer edge of the eye line. Then I'm going to come in with the Deluxe brush, which is just a kind of a fluffy brush, into the color Tickled, which is like a pink color. And I'm going to take that. Now, when you want to be careful with pinks, to not let there be, you want to be careful with your placement because done wrong, a pink can make you almost look like you were just rubbing your eyes a lot. So I'm just going to, again, go right over that previous color, but I am going to kind of extend this out just a touch and in. Now, when I'm using my brush, I'm using it with a light touch, and I'm also really going by where my bones are, you know? So like I'm really rubbing this on like my eye socket, you know? So that's kind of how you can figure out your eyeshadow placement. And it doesn't have to be perfect right away because what you can always do is come back in with a clean brush and just blend. Keep blending until, you know, it really looks how you want it to look. But I recommend going in with a clean brush. So let's say if I grab, you know, a clean brush and you know, I really don't want to be depositing any more color. I just want blending. Grabbing a clean brush is going to be my friend more so than just using the brush that still has all kinds of color in it. So that's another quick tip. Okay, so once you've got that in, now we want to get some liner going. And so I'm going to use, this is my tiny little nub left of my black Younique Precision Pencil Liner. And for this technique, I want to really get as close to my lash line as possible because I'm trying to get a really thin line. Almost like tight lining, but I am not underneath the lashes. I'm just right on the lash line. Then what I'm going to do, now that I've got kind of like a nice thin line going across my whole lid, now I want to create the wing that I created on this side. So I'm going to start from my bottom lash line and wing it up toward the end of my eyebrow. And then kind of coming back, I'm going to integrate that top line. And just kind of lightly coax it to come together. Okay. So there is kind of my base of my wing. Now I'm going to take actually an angled liner brush. This is the liner shader brush from Younique. And I'm going to come into this color Irate. All right. And it's kind of a really dark black gray color. And oh, there's my dogs barking. And then what I'm going to do is set up this line and smoke it out a little bit. All right. And then just give it a little bit of a smoke out with the tiniest bit partway in on your lower lashes. And you're all set. Now you're ready to finish off with your mascara and filling in your brow. So I'll do my brow first. And then I'm probably going to fast forward through mascara because I have mascara demos with my fiber lashes. But your brow, I'm going to use a medium brow pencil and just really get some shape to my brow because I want this to be a little bit of a bolder brow. And then I'm going to come down this way. And then on the other end, I'm going to use the spoolie to blend and soften this. And then I'm actually going to come in with medium brow gel, brushing against the hair growth first, and then brushing them up into place. Fills it in with a little bit of fibers and really sets my brow up. Awesome. Okay, so you can see what a difference that makes. All right, so now I'm going to do mascara, and then I'll show you what I did for my kind of cheekbone on this side too. Okay, I'm back. So I used my Younique 3D Fiber Lashes, which you guys who have been watching my videos for a while have seen a million times. So I have a demo video on these. But so I finished off with this, and then now I'll show you kind of what I did with this side of my face. So the first thing I'm going to go into is my Beachfront Bronzer in the color Sunset with an angled brush. And I'm going to come in and contour this cheekbone and hit my hairline, as well as the back of my jawline. And then I'm also going to contour the side of my nose. And then a little bit right here. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with some blush. I'm using the color Stunning from Younique with a blusher brush and pat that up on top of my hard cheekbone. This is a great pinky shade versus it being kind of like peachy. freshen this side up a little bit since I was kind of in a rush. Just trying to beat my 3-year-old coming home. All right. And then I'll take our powder puff brush, and then I use a little bit of our Fabulous concealer. It's like a loose mineral concealer powder, and just kind of use a circular motion to just make sure that everything's blended and that I have no harsh lines anywhere. You could do this with a bare brush too. You know, you don't have to set it with even more powder, but I tend to get shiny, so I like to be really set with my powder. I did do my foundation in a foundation video earlier, so you can check that out on my channel as well. Now, I'm not done there. I am going to come back into my palette, into that Smitten color that we used on our lid, and taking a stippling brush, I'm just going to grab a little bit of that and hit the top of my cheekbone on the outside here, just so that that light really bounces off of it. And then I'm also going to take some on my finger and highlight my Cupid's bow and just the tip of my nose. Okay. Pretty, right? You can, and you already did kind of like the inner corners of your eyes, and you can hit above your eyebrow as well to kind of get that light to really reflect off of your bones and your face shape. I'm going to finish this off with a really pretty lip. This is Posh lip liner. All right, so there you have it. You've got a really great kind of purple, not purple, pink soft eye that has a little balance of shimmer and matte, as well as a really pretty pink lip to finish it off. I really love this palette. I'm surprised I haven't done a video for it so far. So I hope you like this look. Drop me a selfie. If you decide to recreate it, I'd love to see it. All right, bye guys. Till next time.